Alright, so there really wasn't much to do unless I started killing off NPCs, but I don't want to make a video of just me killing them off, so.
I am pleased to see you well.
I'm surprised you're
Is
awake.
it something urgent?
Yeah, I'm done.
Very well. Then stay still for a moment.
Oh, we're doing this again. As you can see, I actually bought the whole set of Artorias, but man, I roll. I don't roll in the good way. I actually do look kind of funny like this. Offer souls to the Lord vessel. Here we go. This is it. All the Black Knights that followed Gwyn into the kiln of the first flame. There's a lot of. You can actually farm the Black Knights right here in case you're missing certain weapons. Damn, that could take like 2 hits. Oh, nice. Oh, you can farm the chunks here. That's good to know. Yeah, it's like there were trees here, and then they almost looked like they were melted off. Oh, these guys. Where am I in the overall spectrum of things? Where is this place? Yeah, I've always wondered the actual location of the kiln of the first flame. Like, it looks like it used to be ruins of something. It's not Lordran. I do like how it looks though. Like it just melted everything. There's nothing up here, huh? See, it looks really cool. Man, it's like the frame rate here is really bad. Yeah, if it looks choppy, yeah, it's the frame rate. It's like it dipped right now. I don't know if it's because of the area. I'm keeping my shield up because I think there's one of them like right hidden somewhere here. See, I can hear him. Oh! Oh god, he did drop something. Ah, that sucks. Okay, so just gotta keep going. It's okay. I guess how about I place another one here in These tight corridors. It's not fun. I think there's one with an axe. The one with the axe is pretty cool. See, that's the kiln over there. See, there's two back to back, so I gotta be careful. Get over here, dude. It's like a great axe. There we go. Yeah, Black Knight. Great axe. Nice. I still haven't gotten the shield though. It'd be nice to get it. That's the one with the glaive. Yep. Sorry, I have to like cheap it out because I don't want to lose too many blue Titanic chunks. That's it. Now, before I start, I do realize that I didn't do certain things, like I didn't kill Priscilla. I couldn't do it. There's really no need to. But aside from that, this is it. I'm actually nervous. Let's do this. Oh, I got him. This is a cheap way to do it, but oh no, you're not. Oh no! God, he does a lot of damage. There we go. Beautiful song. I think they did a good job with the song here. How many souls did I get? 70,000? It's not bad. So I'm presented with two options. I can leave and get the Dark Lord ending, and then stay and link the flame. So here's the thing. Okay, I'm gonna switch armor because you can kind of already tell what I'm gonna do here. I guess what I'm talking about this is that the way I feel what the ending, the right ending is basically the Dark Lord ending is the best ending. I think that the Age of Fire is just kind of like, again, it's based on mythology of it kind of almost draws more from Greek mythology, and where, you know, Zeus wanted to hold on to the power that he had, but you know, at the end of the day, if you know, things have to die off, you know, and I feel like that's how Gwyn kind of saw his rule. He didn't want his rule to end, and he knew that the fire will fade and dark will begin, and that's the reason why he feared humanity overall over anything else, because he knew humanity, you know, like they're drawn to the darkness. he knew that humanity was gonna rise up and basically overthrow him, and that's something that he feared. It's something that he dreaded, knowing that there was a species out there, a race that was gonna take everything away from him. And that's why all the events in within Dark Souls universe started because a man was too scared to face reality, to basically face that at the end of everything, in order for stuff to continue moving on, others have other aspects of life have to be let go. And that's basically it. That's basically the story of how everything started. It's just a selfish man's ego couldn't let him accept the fact that, you know, your time is up. You know, it happens to everyone. It'll happen to, and even in real life, you know. You just have to accept that new stuff will come in. You can't be afraid of change. You can't be afraid of fate. It again, it's like it draws from Greek mythology, and like Kronos, you know, Kronos and Zeus, and in the same aspect where Kronos had this prophecy told to him that his children were gonna kill him and they were gonna take over, and one of a method that he used to prevent that was he would eat his children to prevent that prophecy from coming true, and no matter how hard he tried, it happened, you know. It's the same here. So that's why I feel like I know for a fact that the Dark Lord ending is it's an iffy ending, but it's the appropriate ending.
My lord, bless thy safe return. Let Kath and Fravt serve your highness. We are here to serve your highness. Let the true dark be cast upon the world. Our Lord hath returned.
And that's Dark Souls. When I originally played this game, I played it blind, and you know, like I didn't understand. I didn't understand that there was a story behind everything in this game. I didn't understand that there was item descriptions that you could read and actually get a hold of the actual story that's behind the current, basically. Can I skip this? Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't want to skip it, but it's a little loud. So I'm back here again. And again, like I was saying, like that there was a story hidden underneath this game. When I originally played Demon Souls back when it was released in 2009, I just played. I thought, oh, it's just a game that's made to be difficult to defeat. I mean, to clear and pass, etc. And that's how I treated it. And again, even though I treated it that way because I didn't know any better, I genuinely enjoyed Demon Souls. So when Dark Souls came out, I was intrigued. Oh, another tough game, you know, and I treated it the same way. I went in there and just did what I was asked to do. Just go kill bosses and get to the end and link the flame, because that's what everybody was telling me to do. It wasn't until I played, no, not played. It wasn't until I watched, which this is gonna be a really like a sensitive hot take, but to me, the best lore, the one that explained it to me, and the one that made me go back to Demon Souls and made me come back to Dark Souls and play it all over again, made me appreciate these games for what they are. It was Epic Name Bro, and even though he doesn't make lore videos anymore, unfortunate, I can say that he was like a big inspiration for me when it came to going back and really analyzing the story of the game. Again, I'm not very good at explaining things. There are a lot of things I wish I could have explained to you guys. Maybe I could have done like a low run, read item descriptions, explain things a little bit more better in detail. But I'm not a good storyteller. You know, I'm not, sometimes I have problems explaining things. That's actually my biggest flaw when it comes to stuff like this. I know it might have seemed like, oh, I just wanted to get this over with, but you know, at the same time, you guys gotta keep in mind that, you know, my channel is it focuses on other games, and I'm trying to switch focus. And I think playing games like Dark Souls that really challenge you as a player, challenge your smarts, and again, it's a game of skill. It's a great game that you can't make excuses. You can't say, well, the game's unfair, the game's unbalanced, the game does this and blah blah blah. Even though I was tempted to do some things like that when playing Dark Souls. The game is genuinely fair. It's very fair. If you die in this game, it's because you made a mistake. You're not paying attention. It's kind of like the Seath fight. It's like, you know, I just wanted to get it over with. Wasn't really taking into account, oh, by the way, you know, I should probably have curse resistance because this guy deals curse damage. Like when I was fighting Manus, you know, I genuinely like rage quit. I didn't rage quit the game, like turn it off, but I switched over to do something else. And that's generally how I've always played Souls games. If I get frustrated with something, I just look for some other content that I haven't cleared yet and just do that, you know. My biggest defeat was actually Ornstein Ismo. I actually had to summon Solaire to help me out because that was too frustrating. That was the only fight actually that I actually summoned the Phantom to help me. Aside from that, everything else was clearable. I did summon Sif for Manus, but it like, you know, for the actual fight where I beat him, you know, I did it solo. But again, coming back to like Epic Name Bro, help me appreciate this game, you know, a lot more. It's not just a difficult game. It's a very deep. It makes you think about the actual aspects of not just the game and the world and the characters, everything that's going on. It makes you really think about things that are placed in the world, and it makes you wonder, like, why is this here? It's here for a reason. It serves a purpose. Nothing is there by random. It's nothing there's by chance. Even in the world itself, the architecture, how things are placed within the map and within the world, it also serves a purpose, you know. It's unfortunate that, you know, Epic Name Bro couldn't continue making lore videos, but he's literally the guy that, as soon as I watched his first lore video, I was like, oh, there's a story here. There's a deeper meaning. And again, that's my hot take. I think undoubtedly he was the best one. I like body video when it comes to like lore videos, but just the charm that Epic Name Bro had was just so much better. When it comes to Souls games, I think Dark Souls 1 is it stands on its own for being just very well designed. Again, Demon Souls was the first of its kind. And I wish that they had given it a proper remaster for, you know, PS4, you know, etc. Unfortunately, that's a big mistake, and I mentioned this when early on, is that the president of Sony screwed up. I think he kind of came into that realization later on, after, you know, From Software started becoming really famous, that he passed up on publishing Demon Souls in globally, because he said the game was boring. He said the game was dumb. He said after playing an hour, I was still in the same place I started on, and he was like me when I first started. You just have to get good. You have to understand the game, and then after you understand the game, you learn to appreciate it. I think this is definitely a type of genre that not a lot of other companies get right. There's a lot of companies that, again, the Souls-like franchise, um, that they kind of try to copy the aspects of Souls games, and they can't capture it. And trust me, I played a lot of Souls games, and like Salt and Sanctuary, which is like a 2D aspect one. I played Mortal Shell. Mortal Shell's not bad, but it shows its flaws. It's got a lot of flaws in there. I played Blasphemous. Blasphemous is not really like a Souls like. It's got no stamina bar, but it's meant to be difficult. And I feel like a lot of games do kind of fall short when it comes to what really makes Hidetaka Miyazaki a genius in crafting, and like a genius in his craft. That guy is genuinely a genius. Thankful for Atlas, who published Demon Souls globally. Thankful for Bandai Namco for helping them make the Soul series, and then future on Elden Ring. So I mean, I'm basically kissing this game's ass, but overall it's a genuinely good game. It's a great game. If you guys haven't played it, I strongly recommend it. Again, I kind of just rushed through it. I didn't want to do that, but I want to rush through it. I guess some of you guys have never played a Souls game, and you guys watched me play it, and maybe it'll give you some insight. So maybe if I try it this way, maybe I'll learn to enjoy the game a little bit better. Again, there's a hidden story. There's a lot of awesome lore hunters out there that produce great videos. Again, I did say I don't like body video, but he's good at what he does. He actually makes great Soulsborne videos. He's actually pretty good at it. The other one is Smoketown. I think that's his name, Smoketown. I don't think he's done Dark Souls 1, 2, or 3 videos, but there's also him, Barry. He does really well at kind of like piecing things together. There are other YouTubers out there that actually are pretty good lore hunters, but those are the ones that kind of come up to mind right now. Again, I wish I could say more about the story, about how great it is, but I think you guys kind of experienced it here with me. It was just like a quick playthrough. I didn't take too many episodes to beat Dark Souls. I know I'm gonna have to jump into Dark Souls 2, and unfortunately for that game, it wears its flaws on its sleeve. Unfortunately, and it's unfortunately also the longest Dark Souls game. It is very long. It's got, this game only had 1 DLC. Dark Souls 2 has 3, and the initial campaign of the story of Dark Souls 2 it's very long. The areas are very vast, and because of its flaws, it makes it even more difficult to kind of get through it. I'm not gonna get through Dark Souls 2 as fast as Dark Souls 1. Also, for the primary reason that I've never beat Dark Souls 2. I've never really cleared it. I guess it's the proper term to say, is that I've never beaten it. For the primary reason that it was very long, and then it was released during a time in my life where I was traveling a lot. I just never beat it. The other game I've never beaten was Sekiro. Again, for the same reason. I travel a lot. Well, I used to travel a lot for work, so I just never beat those games. Dark Souls 3, I did. Best game. Overall, I could keep going on and talking about how great this game is, how great this franchise is, but I think you guys kind of get the idea now. If you guys do want me to do another Dark Souls 1 playthrough and just do like, you know, like a lore playthrough where I'm just like going through each section and like kind of like dissecting the item descriptions, etc. I don't think there's a need. Like I said, there's a lot of great lore content creators out there. But if you guys want to hear that from me, one, it'll help me out with my speaking abilities. As you notice, my speaking abilities, they need a lot of work. So it's definitely something that will definitely help me out in the future. But for now, that's it for Dark Souls 1. I really appreciate you guys for sticking around, and for the, you know, for you guys that have watched it from beginning to end. You know, I really appreciate it. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I know this is not something that's normally common in my channel, 'cause I don't normally cover these games, but that's the direction I want to move my channel towards now. Is I gotta get good again. I gotta build up my skills as a gamer. I gotta build up my skills just generally, just to provide better content for you guys later in the future. Again, I want to thank you guys again for sticking it with me all the way through, and I hope to see you guys again for Dark Souls 2. I really appreciate it, guys. Please take care.